August council meeting to order. Roll call.
Peterson?
Here.
Kuczek? Here. Schmatzman? Here. Way?
Here.
Schultz?
Here.
Wenzel?
Here.
Hamilton?
Here.
Kuhn?
Here. First is approval of the previous council minutes.
So move.
Second. Motion a second to approve the council minutes from July. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next is treasurer's report. There's two of them, one from June and one from July.
So move. Second.
Motion and a second to approve the June and July treasurer's report. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nothing here for citizens forum, unless Mark, you got something? Yeah.
What he says?
Next is John with an update on the budget.
Good.
Hi, John.
How you doing?
Hello, Mr. Trump.
Suck up right. Suck up right.
Hold up to him.
Thanks, John.
That was ingrained in, you know, at a very early age.
Thank you.
Who ingrained it in you? Who ingrained it in you?
Colonels and chiefs. It was hard for them to have so if they were laughing.
Then how come you call me names instead of sir?
I also throw stuff at you.
Well, good evening. Really wanted to meet a couple months ago, or at least a month ago, but actually not a bad thing to wait a little bit. I just kind of want to briefly discuss before we get into the numbers, just the process here, and to start thinking about it. It's that time already where you got to start thinking of the 14 budget, and part of the process is to monitor where 13's going, and that's what we're going to do a little bit tonight. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because it is preliminary. These numbers that I printed for you are right off your system with a few adjustments, which you'll have probably tomorrow morning. Just about 5 or 6 small adjustments that we made, and then put the tax levy on. That's the biggest one. The adjustments are not complete. Some of them we have to wait a little bit. Other information is not complete. No shared revenue. By now, have you received shared revenue, Joel?
There was a payment that came in, yeah.
Payment came in, so,
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff is continually coming in and changing your numbers, so the purpose isn't to say, well, look how we're doing, because it really is irrelevant at this point. It's start monitoring the situation, especially on this expenditure side, right now, and leading right up until those budget meetings. And I think I recommend the city do it exactly the same way as last year. Have a meeting, have a workshop, where everybody comes in, presents their budget, and I mean, you can tweak it a little bit as far as timing and stuff. If you don't want to take as much time as we did last time around, you can certainly speed up the process since everybody's been through it. But I really like that idea, that two-way communication, and then negotiating and coming up with a budget over the course of 2 to 3 meetings. Works real well. Start thinking about that. What I'd like to do is follow up with this meeting with another meeting in probably September, next month, possibly join that up with October and skip September, but then get the data all the way through September if possible. Because at that point, then it becomes very important. Now you got almost the whole year, and we can project pretty good, pretty accurately as far as where the year is going to end, which ultimately reflects on what you're going to do for 14. So I just want to start with where you left off, and your auditor was here in June, I believe. Is that right? June? I think so.
Yeah.
Discussing the audit and where the year ended, and you had a really good year as far as fund balance. So you kind of heard me talking a couple of years ago and a few years before that where your fund balance was not doing that well. Well, it's coming back, and that's good. I mean, that's a positive thing. That's efforts from making a good budget is definitely paying off. I think 13 is going to be a good year as well. For various reasons, a couple different reasons just by matter of circumstance, but 13 should be a good year. So we're getting that fund balance back to the way it was, 10 years ago, 12 years ago. So your fund balance went from 1,104,556 at the end of 11 to 1,300,211. So it jumped, exact figures, almost $200,000, $195,000. So 1 year, that's a pretty good jump. Now there's a couple different things that happened in the budget of 13 unintentionally, and it happened after you'd made the budget. And that is, you refinanced that debt issue in early 13. And because of that, you had already budgeted debt service. Well, you skipped a year in payments on that debt. The payments don't start until 14. So now you can take that 300 and some thousand and put, I mean, there's some principal and interest payments, so not all of it, but a portion of that was budgeted under the old debt. You can put that away in debt service and keep that for future debt payments. So that's a good thing. That'll save you. You can reduce your levy there over the next few years to make up for that over the life of that debt. So won't have immediate huge impact, but you'll kind of have that to draw on because you've already levied for it ahead of time. So other than that, what I printed for you there is a mere copy of your records. I just printed it on our trial balance software, which is a little easier for me to work with, and I have it then all the time. But it's just imported right in from your records in that account number order. What you have is 2 columns, and that's the adjusted as of, again, June 1st. I have to wait till the end of the month in order to really process it. So again, I was trying to meet in July, so that's what we used. We couldn't go ahead a month as of today. We could actually put July in there, but it's not really worth doing that every month. It's a lot of work to do that. So I would say every 2 months now we'll be right up to budget time. So that's really where you want to be. But this gives you a little insight. The first page goes through the general fund revenues, and you'll see some shaded, if it comes through on the copy, some shaded things and then some comments. That's just comments I've made. The biggest revenue on the first page that's missing is the taxes from municipal utilities. That is your property tax equivalent. That needs to be calculated. That'll be calculated this fall. We have a little bit more information about the budget time. Approximately, we estimated about $249,000. So that should be coming in. That'll be a journal entry that gets made based on your water analysis. So the rest of it, shared revenue, you can see there's 0. You did receive payment in the last month and a half, and then so on and so forth. And you go down the line, and again, you can't get bogged down in the details. The year's not done. You're still proceeding here every day, every month. But what you're looking for is, odd things. We're not getting anywhere near our revenues. Things are low. But more importantly, you want to focus on the expenses on page 2. And then middle of page 2 goes through, really starts all the general fund expenses. And what you're really looking for, the percentage there, is the percentage of the budget used. So the first line, we'll just take it because it's the first account, the council account 511-00111 is spent $3,700 of 8,000, so 47%. And then so on and so forth. So that's how that works. So what you're looking for, some of these may be a one-time thing and you're done. So you may be at 100% already, and that's where it's going to stay the whole year. So what I'm giving you this for is simply an analysis to review and start getting in that budget mode. And realistically, when we hit early October is when we really got to start, hammer down and where we think 2013 is going to end. And hopefully that's a good thing, and you have your fund balance growing even more. If not, we'll at least know at that point a little bit better on where you're going, and at least know approximately where your fund balance is going to be. And then in 2014, you can start working on that budget. So as you page through, you'll see some numbers are highlighted on, I think it's page 3. They're not numbered, but just the third page in. Property and liability insurance, workers' comp insurance. 2 of those need an entry. It's just a reclass entry. I have to make that every year. Eventually we got to get that fixed so it's actually being coded properly. But the 2 together is really what you got to look at, and you're right in line at that point for the budget. And again, it's not something you pay for on a regular basis. You pay for your insurance, and then you wait till the next year and pay for the insurance.
There was actually Al and I were talking about it. There was a payment made to Westland that the numbers are similar to Mayor's Executive Sundry, is similar to the insurance account, so I got posted in the wrong spot.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
we'll get that straight.
We'll catch all that stuff and
Got a lot of
Yeah.
I did it purposely to see if I would catch it.
Yeah.
And he caught it.
He caught it.
Well, see, that was a test.
Yeah,
You passed the test now. Take a ball.
I'll sleep.
There.
So if you keep paging till I think the 4th page, you'll see one called, it's account 100-0052200-590, fire protection, hydrant rental. That number is gonna change this year a little bit. That's related
that's
to
what I
your,
was gonna ask
to
you
your
about.
rate increase, and that's being prorated in, so there's gonna be some calculation needed there. Before we get to that October time, that'll all be calculated. I'll come in here and calculate all that stuff, and then we'll get some hard numbers as far as, where we think the year is gonna end, so. But that's gonna take a little bit more work than I wanna do right now. I wanna wait till we get enough time in and enough data in your records to make it worthwhile, so.
I thought we were taking half of that off, weren't we?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Or whatever.
Yep. I believe it is 50%, but I gotta review all those tariff sheets from the
Yep.
PSC. So the rest of it goes through all the rest of the general fund expenditures. And I'll let you review this over the next, month and a half, and then really you can request this format from your system at any time. I mean, this is, like I said, a dump of your entire trial balance system. You can also convert it to Excel and have it look like this if you want to, and kind of formulate your own percentages. That's why I put it into this format, is it comes with a nice percentage. I do believe there is a budget to actual printout available from your system that'll give you that same data. So, on a monthly basis now, from this point on throughout the rest of the year, you're probably gonna wanna be watching it, especially after the budget, because that's, we get the budget done, you get your budget done, and traditionally, you kinda just forgot about it and saw where the year ended. Well, as, November, December goes on, that's when you're making decisions whether you wanna do anything at the end of the year, because if you're going over budget, you wanna maybe wait until next year, potentially. We keep paging past 100. You'll see 200, which is your library. And the books, as you have it right now for the general fund, the library, the fire department, debt service, and the TIF districts, don't have any tax levy on it. I have an entry made on my end, I'll give that to you, Joe, and then all the tax levy will be in there. So if somebody is wondering if your fire department running 250 fund detail, they're not gonna see the levy on there, so they're missing the contribution from the city, so. You page through that, see that stuff. 250, the page after that, is all of your fire department, so. Again, you can see that, a few of their expenditures are actually over, just like in the general fund, so take a look at those. It's probably something that they either know about, or they're gonna pull some budget numbers from another line item or something like that, so. Again, just a tool to help you get in that mode for budget time. Now 600 and 660 are your water and sewer funds, and you did make a budget. You created a budget last year, and that'll be the main focus when we get at least 9 months in your books, essentially, is to get that squared away and get depreciation on the books way ahead of the end of the year. So take a look at your operating revenue, see how they're doing. That's really what, especially because you had a water rate increase this year, we really want to watch that and see how that's doing. Not that you can do anything about it, but at least you have that information, so you can make decisions and so forth. So, but there's the preliminary numbers as of June 1st. And you'll notice it's as of June 1st, so it's missing quite a bit of revenues in there because of the timing. So if we do that now, there'd be a lot more revenues in there. If we do that 2 months from now, there'll be even more. So as more of that money comes in. Any questions on that? Any discussion you want to, or any questions you have for me, or discussion you want me to go over?
Now that 619% cleared up.
That's
How is the reassessment going to affect this? Do we have any idea? When I talked to Todd, he figured he'd have something by October.
By October, okay.
Because originally, we have an open book scheduled for next month.
Okay.
And when I talked to him, he said with the weather and everything they had this spring, they're backed up, he said, roughly a month.
Once he starts, how long does that take?
Well, I mean, they've been working.
Oh, they've been working, also,
Yeah.
he's gonna be done in October.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's gonna be done and have a report to us in October.
Well, I mean, that'll affect the 14 budget. It won't affect anything with 13, but it'll affect the 14 budget, and we'll just have to wait and see how it looks. I mean, The reality of it is, you're gonna levy what you levy.
Mhm.
So, the ratios and stuff change, and the tax rates change based on that, but you're gonna levy what you're levying, so. Most likely you'll have 0% increase in the levy limit, and what you levied last year is what you levied, so.
And in this month's municipality magazine, it talked about the budget from the state and some of the changes that have been required through that.
Some pretty big changes.
Is a lot of that going to affect us where it talks about fee versus taxes
Yeah.
and?
Still waiting to see on some legal assessments of that stuff. There's been some talk as far as, you know, what's a fee? You know, is your public fire protection a fee? And that's based on PSC regulations, so it's not like you're just dreaming up a fee, it's based on regulation. Does that count? We're not sure at this point. So there's some interpretation of that budget that needs to take place. And, you know, you're seeing information in there that's brand new as well, and I'm getting that as well. So by the time budget time rolls around, hopefully we have everything dialed in and everybody knows what's going on. But right now, it's still analyzing that. But yes, municipalities that have, for example, a stormwater utility that charges a fee for that based on runoff of each lot gets charged a fee. There's a lot of municipalities that are doing that. Yeah, they're gonna be in for some issues, certainly.
What about garbage? That's the only one that we really use that on.
Yeah, it's something that needs to be looked at and assessed, you bet.
What is the, I didn't read that yet, I know. What is it?
Something to the effect where if you charge a fee, you have to reduce your levy
Reduce
by
your
that
levy by that
amount.
fee. You know, what they're doing is municipalities were using that fee structure as a way to get around the levy limit. They're doing exactly that. However, if you take that away, then it's going to be rather difficult. So we're still waiting to see how that all plays out, so, and how it gets applied and how it gets interpreted. Too early to tell at this point, but we'll be able to tell you in October, definitely. Yeah, there's a couple different issues in that budget that affect municipalities pretty significantly, so we are analyzing that at this point.
Anybody have anything else for that?
Could that go back to the water part of it then too? With the hydrant and stuff.
That's possible. We'll see.
Yeah, I just don't think the public fire protection is gonna be included just because that's, you don't have a choice. I mean, that's part of your rate structure.
Yeah, that's a rate structure. It'd be
I-
like if the PSC told us we had to charge a trash pickup instead of putting it on the thing, then it'd be different. That's how I was reading that, I had to read it 3 times, man.
Yeah, it's not real clear.
Computers talking to calculators, let me tell you. And that's the way I picked it up, is if it's somebody, federal, state, whatever, mandated thing, you should be all right. But if you decide, hey, we're gonna play with the books a little bit, quote unquote, and put something on here, like they do in the bigger towns,
Yeah.
then it's gonna come off of, well, if you've got $300,000, well, then you take that off of your municipal, you know, what you send out in taxes.
Right.
I mean, what's happened is
That sucks.
municipalities over the years have, well, they're using the tools that are available to them, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah.
And what they've done is, in like the stormwater case, is one example. A transit authority is another. You have a bus service in town, and you know you just can't get it on the levy. You have a levy limit, you can't get it on there, but you want to provide that service. Form a transit authority, and you bill your residents. That's the thing that the budget's saying. No, you're going to bill residents for that amount. You have to reduce your levy. So it's going to be a little bit difficult in some municipalities, that's for sure.
And that's, you know, there's even like the ones that charge per bag, you know, if you put out 2 bags, you're fine. If you put out 3 bags, it costs you $5 per bag. Or even in that. Those, you know, that's just a way to try to slow things down.
Well, the good thing with your budget is you have taken that charge and moved it to the water, so you've got some savings there on the tax levy. So you have some room there, like 111,000, I believe, right off the bat. So that's going to be that'll actually be 13 unbudgeted. So you're going to have some. I think 13 is going to be a good year for you. I mean, I'd be shocked if it wasn't. Obviously, the numbers aren't in yet, but then 14 will be the rest of it off, so, you know, you're gonna have some room that you never had before there, to make up for if there's any issues with garbage and stuff like that.
I know we talked last, when we went to putting the charge on, moving the charge over, I was hoping that we would be able to keep some of that levy just to build the general fund up. And we don't. And then eventually, you know, remove that, or whatever, like, we'd be able to use some of that just to build the fund up, just so we're safe.
Yeah, I mean, it is building up here in pretty good shape. I don't remember the exact percentage, but it went up
Better
significantly.
than we were 2 years ago.
Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, if you look back,
I remember you sitting sweating at the end of the
yeah.
table.
Yeah, anytime you can jump 200,000 in a year, that's a good year, so if you have another year like that, you're in pretty good shape.
That money that we got from the refinance, is that in here already?
It isn't, so that number, what I did is I saw the debt proceeds in there, and they're actually in a cash account for some reason, so we had put it in a cash account, $2 million or whatever, so I pulled that out just because that's not right. And I put it into Fund 300, so you'll see it as a revenue in Fund 300. That's correct, but some of that will get put back to 100, because you've spent money in your budget here on streets and projects that you have borrowed for. So we have to identify what those are, and then move a proportional amount of that debt money into the general fund. So that will help these numbers.
We're using Fund 400 for the expenditures for, yeah, that borrowed money.
So it's already out of the
That
100.
So, yeah, so I don't know whether,
So that would have no effect on these numbers at 100. 400 is included in here, so you'll see there's some unbudgeted numbers there, some big numbers. But what it'll do is the proceeds of the loan that are sitting at 300 will just get moved to 400 to match up.
Okay, John, thank you, and we'll be in touch.
Thanks again.
Yeah, I'd like to probably like early October, or unless you want to do it in September, that's fine too.
Okay.
Just to start looking at some of them. I think probably September would be good to do the work and then report back in early October. Although early October, I think last year is when we got going on the budget. So I think probably keep it the same schedule. We can do it all at once as well. So I'll get you that information well ahead so you guys can review it before that October. Okay. Very good. Anything else, let me know. Okay.
Okay, we'll go into committee reports. Then first is Ways and Means. Chairman Wyatt.
Move to accept the minutes as read.
There's a motion, a second, to approve the minutes as read. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
An honorable mayor and members of the common council, the Ways and Means meeting was held 8/13 at 6:30. Members present were Gus Wag, Robert Schultz, Emmett Peterson, Garrett Kuhn. Also in attendance was Mayor Marco, Brad Hamilton, and Larry Krusak. Number one, we audited all the bills. Number two, recommend city treasurer attend Fall Municipal Treasurers Conference in Eau Claire, September 26th and 27th as per agreement. Number three, it says discuss office staffing. It's been changed to recommend hiring Bobby Hertzberg, 30 hours a week, works in the city office. Recommend for adoption 2 and 3.
Second.
There is a motion, a second, to adopt items 2 and 3 of the Ways and Means meeting. Roll call vote.
who was second that?
Right.
Peterson?
Yes.
Wenzel?
Yes.
Krupsat?
Yes.
Wyatt?
Yes.
Schultz?
Yeah.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Smansky?
Yes.
Kuhn?
Yes.
Okay, next is Public Works. Chairman Krupsak.
Public Works has one meeting to report on. I move to have the minutes accepted as read.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the minutes as read, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
To the Honorable Mayor and members of the Nekoosa Common Council, a public works meeting was held on Wednesday, July 31st, 2013 at 8:30 a.m. in the Nekoosa Council chambers. Members present were Larry Krupsack, Robert Schultz, Gary Kuhn. Also in attendance were Mayor Al Marco, Bill Caverly from the DPW, Lee Emmer from MSA, and Mark Schrader. Item 1, discuss wastewater treatment plant issues. Item 2, discuss water issues and updates, recommend an upgrade to the chlorine system for approximately $4,000. Item 3, discuss utility personnel. Item 4, discuss the 2013 road project. Item 5, regular MSA update by Lee Emmer. Item 6, discuss the streetlights. And item 7, the next meeting is scheduled for September 3rd, 2013. If there is no questions, I move to adopt item 2.
Second.
There's a motion and a second on the floor to adopt item 2 of the Public Works meeting. Roll call vote.
Wenzel,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yeah.
Krupsack,
Yes.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Wyatt,
Yes.
Szymanski,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Next is property and rec. Herman.
Honorable Mayor and members of the Nekoosa Common Council, I make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to accept the property and rec meeting minutes as written, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Property Recreation and Human Affairs Committee meeting was held on Tuesday, August 6, 2013 at 5:30 p.m. in the council chambers at City Hall. Members present were Robert Wenzel, Chairman, Brad Hamilton, Secretary, Emmett Peterson, and Terry Szymanski. Also in attendance were Mayor Al Marco, City Attorney Jim Quinn, Melissa Reichert, and Krista Kuhn of the Heart of Wisconsin. Number 1, update on the community center. Recommend donating use to the community center at the Nekoosa Hometown Christmas on December 7th, 2013. Number 2, recreation project updates. Hauling road base to the new basketball courts, ice rink, and planters from downtown are on order. Number 3, had a bench donation by the Dave Art family in memory of their son Kevin. 4, recommend sending a letter to local realtors identifying inventory property in Lynn Creek Estates and inviting them to a meeting to discuss this. Number 5, discuss options with the industrial park and business development grants. Make a motion to accept. Number 1.
4?
And 4. Yeah.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to adopt items 1 and 4 of the property recreation and human affairs meeting. Roll call vote.
Szymanski,
Yes.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Wenzel,
Yes.
Wyatt,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Krupsack,
Yes.
Schultz.
Yes.
Anything else under old business? Nothing going into new business. First on the agenda is the Wood County Library Tax Exemption Resolution. Something we do every year. Yep.
Move to approve the resolution as printed.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the Wood County Library Tax Resolution. Roll call vote.
Szymanski,
Yes.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Wenzel,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Wyatt,
Yes.
Krupsack,
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Okay, next is a request for firemen to attend a conference.
Yeah, that's, they go to conference in Wausau, I think I'll go to Wausau. Three firemen and the chief, and it's for, per ordinance, and chief is for contract.
It's per contract.
Per contract, yeah.
This, I think, is this Tomahawk Fire School?
Or
I think
is it,
that's
yeah,
what-
Tomahawk
that's what-
Fire School, that's it.
Yeah, that's what they mentioned the other night.
Okay,
Then more?
yes.
Second.
There's a motion, and a second, to send 3 firemen and the chief to Tomahawk Fire School, middle of September, I think. Roll call vote.
Wenzel,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Wade,
Yes.
Krupsack,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Mansky,
Yes.
Kuhn.
Yes.
Next is the wastewater treatment plant payments. You're all aware of the issues that are going on down there. When I spoke to Jim a couple weeks ago, he wanted this on Larry's agenda, which it was, but he didn't have the exact wording on there. There's been some emails that have taken place in the last few days. It's still not pretty as far as getting this resolved, but there is an motion that he's requesting from us to approve paying 4 subcontractors to get the final lien waivers done. I've got the motion here.
Yep.
I think everybody got a copy of it. Okay. If there's any other discussion on this, I know there was a little bit before.
Motion to authorize city attorney Jim Quinn to work with and coordinate with Dan Greavy and OCI and KDT attorneys to get and obtain final lien releases from 4 subcontractors of OCI who are Complete Control, Siemens, Crane Engineering, and Rodney Hunt at an estimated payment of approximately $41,000. That comes out of our holdback money, right, or whatever you call that?
Yep. Retained.
Retainers.
Yep. There's a motion, a second on the floor to approve the wording that Attorney Quinn sent. Roll call vote.
Wyack,
Yes.
Schultz,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Krupsack,
Yes.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Smansky,
Yes.
Wenzel,
Yes.
Peterson.
Yes.
Okay. Before we get into that last discussion item there's a couple of things that have been brought up. One of them, I don't know if everybody's aware, but the Chamber of Commerce does a business after hours program where once a month, a business kind of hosts an open house and invite chamber members, other business members and things like that to the facility. The month of October is still open. I would like to have the city host it at the community center as an opportunity to promote the community center. I've talked to 2 businesses in town that would be willing to provide food, that the city would purchase the food. Then they also do a cash bar, and I talked to Timmy Olson with his catering company that he's got, and he's got the liquor license to work over there and sell from there. So it would cost maybe a couple $100 in food. The chamber would do the promotion of it. So basically all it would take from us is to open the door and invite people in. So it's a good idea, I think, we're always trying to get more exposure to the community center, and it's a pretty cheap way of doing it.
Cheap.
It's usually 4:30 to 7, 4:30 to 7:30, something like that in the evening. So, if everybody's okay with it, then recommendation to do that, and I'll set up the date.
I'll make a motion, we do it.
Second.
I think
I'll second.
it's pretty good advertisement for what we're gonna have stuck
Very
into it.
cheap.
Yeah.
The more people we can get in, the better it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Pointed at you.
How are we gonna word this now?
Once in a while I get.
Recommend City of Nekoosa host a business after hours program in October
That's it for
at
the year now.
community center.
I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're.
Yeah, it's pretty much booked all year.
People.
Yeah, I'll have to, there's a couple of them I looked at in October, that are booked up during the day. There's a fitness program or some kind of, I think it was like the 9th and 10th or something like that.
Yeah, 9th and 10th, public health training, 1 or 2
Yeah.
days.
How long does that normally go, Bill?
We could have them out of there by 1, 2 o'clock.
Oh, that'd be plenty of time, because I mean,
Yeah, you don't start till 4:30.
4:30 or 5 o'clock, whenever we wanna
Sure.
start it, so, okay.
Are
I'll
we
shoot maybe one of those 2 nights.
doing
Okay.
the municipal conference this year too? Then? I don't know if that's corresponds with that too.
No, that's the following week,
Okay.
conference is following week.
I'll tie the 9th and 10th up and then,
Yeah, I'll let you know which one of those nights will work.
okay, I sure
Yeah, you
will.
might
Yeah.
want.
9th is a Wednesday, 10th is a
With
Thursday.
budget deal and stuff for October, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
No, just leave it open, because I'm not sure what'll work for Kristen and stuff like that, so.
Alright.
Yeah, we'll have to,
Yeah.
one of those things too. The other thing, yesterday, actually yesterday, I got an email from Melissa up at the chamber, kinda ties in with Rob's meeting from last week. The email says, I would like to bring in Letta Bird, the Community Account Manager from the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, to meet with you and members of the city council. She will be able to assist with strategy for development in Nekoosa. Her recommendation would be early September. It's basically kind of, like I said, follows up what we talked about last week. I don't know how long this would take. She would be coming out of Madison. I would like to do it the night of the council, if that's okay. I mean, we're here anyway. We might end up being here an extra hour, but if we come up with some plan or strategy, or at least
Yeah.
some way to go,
It's
it's worth a shot.
good to get someone from that here,
Yeah.
because otherwise you have to go to
Mhm.
like Toma or you go to these other meetings where you don't get any personal interaction.
Yeah.
So if we have just someone from the council,
Mhm.
from that here, we can
Yeah.
ask direct
and they can
questions to.
see what's going on, and maybe if she can come in early, show her the park or whatever, and see what we need to do, and give her some ideas, so. Okay, I just wanted to run that by. If that's works, I will talk to Melissa and have her set it up for that night, so. So, okay, last thing under new business, discuss the additional persons for the wastewater and water plant, with the DNR. Mark, Bill, Larry?
Basically, we've been talking about this for quite some time with the work being put on these guys and what the DNR is asking to be done and everything. I think it's been coming for quite some time. It's just more and more of the regulations and stuff. I didn't wanna, the reason I got it on here is because I didn't wanna come on the committee with a recommendation that we were gonna hire somebody. I want it to be a council decision, I want everybody's input on it. And, but basically what we would like to see, I hate to use the word utility, but a third person for water and sewer to be put in there to help free up Bill for what he's actually been hired for instead of doing sewer and water and stuff during the week. Mark is being utilized. Mark, you know how many days more than I do. a
Yeah,
week
quite a
on
few
the average.
days that I've been over there now. Of course, I'm training an operator too,
Right,
but it's getting to the point that we're being pushed by them to get this stuff done, and it's time that we get about it.
you know, and I guess what we're looking at, I'm looking down the road too on this with Mark, you know, I mean, who knows how long until he decides he retires, maybe hits the lottery tomorrow. Bill hits the lottery, he takes the hike.
He ain't going nowhere. He'll just
You know,
take
that
the-
type of thing there. And I think it pays to have that person on board already trained. You know,
So
somebody
you're
that
looking at,
makes
you're
it.
looking at hiring another person, another crew.
Right. And how we would go about that, options are open. I mean, I don't know, I'll be the first one to admit, since the Walker deal, I don't know how it works with the contract and stuff, and who has what rights to do whatever. But before, we've always gone from in-house first, put a posting up, whoever wants a crack at it, interview them. And if nobody wants it, we go to the outside. I'm gonna be brutally honest though, if we go outside, you have a hard time filling a position with what we pay. You know, somebody that's already qualified and has the paperwork, if we go that route.
Well, why couldn't we hire somebody that this is gonna, if, let's say another guy's want the thing. Do you know, is anybody interested in this market?
I would think there would be, yes.
Okay, so what we'd be doing is basically looking at somebody
Hiring
just
a new guy.
putting a new guy on the bottom of the
Exactly.
and hauling dirt. So,
Exactly.
okay, but let's say none of them wanted to. We could hire a guy, conceivably hire a guy, put him on and say, you will learn, you know, instead of hiring somebody that has this thing, this is what
Basically,
you're
that's
gonna
what
learn.
we did with Todd.
Yeah,
If I'm, you know, that's pretty much the same route it was with Todd.
And you're covered as far as certified operators for a lot of years. This guy's gonna start out being in an assistant position. There'll be no pressure on him to start going to school right away, anything like that. You don't need that at this point.
that's good.
It's gonna be a process of so many years to get this all accomplished.
So why don't we just say we're hiring another person for the crews? and putting them on, and we're gonna put this posting up, but I'm assuming we're gonna do a posting like normal. I don't have a problem with that. And if nobody takes it, young man, guess what?
Well, do you wanna, I guess that's what I'm after, you wanna hire first and then put the posting up, or do you wanna put the posting up and then hire?
Can we do both?
You know, if that's what everybody would like to do.
How long we got our summer help?
What I would do is, I would post, but then I would not move that person into that position until I hired and filled somebody on the streets, because we can't afford to take anybody off the streets.
No.
Yeah.
I, personally, I can't really see this person coming in until the first of the year. I mean, by the time we get this new person, of course, it shouldn't be that long, because it should still have an active list, right?
Right.
From
It
the
says,
last ones that were,
we have an active list, I think the old contract said 6 months, but I don't know, I'd have to,
New contract don't say nothing.
I don't think it
but I
says
mean,
anything.
an eligibility list is usually good to a year, 6 months to a year.
We make
That's
it
normally
longer
what
one.
happens, yeah.
Yeah,
Unless we just wanna say the heck with it, we go out there and start looking.
but that would be my recommendation, would be to
Just to hire.
I'm wide open, whatever is best for the crew,
Post it.
you know, whatever is best for the city.
post the position, but then also advertise, if we're gonna advertise.
I would definitely post it right away, Bill.
I would too.
I would post it, and then you know where you're at.
Right.
And
And if
also the fact that we are gonna hire another guy,
Mm-hmm.
but the posting should be done, because
Yeah.
I feel myself that we have
I like the
a couple
idea,
guys down there qualified that would,
I do too.
would take the job.
I like the
I'm assuming
idea,
so too, but.
yeah, I like the idea of doing the posting right away, just for the simple fact that you find out if you got anybody that wants
Yep.
it.
Right, then if
Now
there
you
isn't,
know,
then you can turn around and
Then if
post
there
it out
isn't,
there
yeah.
for somebody that's already licensed.
right,
Right.
Post it that way first, and if we don't get any bites, then
right.
open it back up, you know.
And you can draw in previously.
But then you can put in, in
applications.
your application too, Larry, with must, we're looking with must attend, you know,
Yeah,
must go towards your license. I mean, that's the way you have to do it.
So what do you want?
And if he refuses, at the rate for dismissal,
Yeah,
There you go, yeah.
so that's the way I would go.
Mhm.
what do you want for a motion? You wanna, make a motion that we, allow a third person for the water/sewer utility?
Do you have it
Put up a posting?
Well, actually, it'd be fourth, wouldn't it? Because you're still kind of technically,
Right, but that's part of this program too, is you're preparing yourself for the future, you're better off to do that while I'm there. You know,
well,
if they got a problem, I can go over there.
Because Mark is licensed, but he's still assigned to the
right,
the
yeah.
streets.
Bill,
right.
do you have a job description for this person?
Well, I have a job description written up for the water and the sewer.
He's gotta
For what
know
this
both
person would do.
No, we want to bring it here first.
You mean the new person we hire, or the new person moving up into
New
the
person,
wastewater?
yeah, but it wouldn't be a new classification or anything like that, would it be?
No,
No.
because as far as I'm concerned, I want them licensed both ways.
Right,
Right.
So it's
Eventually
basically
license
water
both
training
ways.
kind of thing.
right.
You know,
I think we made up our mind to do that before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
we-
yeah, you gotta be able to cover all of our bases, and when you run short-handed, again, just to keep ourselves on the legal side of everything.
That's the way it was
So,
posted
yeah.
before, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the schooling and everything, I
They had
mean,
to attend school.
you're gonna get into this, who doesn't want the schooling? You know,
Yeah.
They're gonna have to know it right away.
Yeah, we should be able to use the
Eventually.
same post.
yeah,
You have to go to school.
yeah.
That'd be my
Mhm.
motion to put on, what it would be, a fourth person, third person?
And I,
Third person.
You would call
Be
it
a
third.
third person.
Yeah.
Call it the third person.
Then the new
I'll
hire
second
would be.
that.
and I'm not really sure, Bill, about posting, I'm not really sure that you have to run it 30 days or whatever, I don't think you have to do that anymore.
No,
You
no,
know,
it isn't.
We can.
Now, you can
Put it up, let the guys look at it and
Yeah.
figure it out,
Well,
pull it down when you're
But
done.
you,
You
yeah, I
guys,
think it's
you know,
gonna take
they
that
should
much
know in a
to
week,
decide.
Yeah.
It is a little bit, but.
Yeah, we reduced it in the handbook.
But they should be, in a week's time, you should know if you want the job or not.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, to be done.
You should get water. We'll have a meeting first. I gotta sign some. I gotta get some signatures too.
I would think.
I just looked through my survey, I got signatures from your end. I don't know why.
And then the whole,
You know.
the posting for the new position would be basically the same as the last time,
Yes.
Yes.
for the new hire, not the.
Mhm.
water. All right?
Well, I mean, but with the new hire, do we need to post, or are we gonna go off the old list, or? I guess we can worry about that once this position is.
Yeah, let's,
Yeah,
and maybe
Like
have,
Bill said, we're not gonna slide this person in right away tomorrow.
maybe have the chair and Bill take a look at it, and see what they think on the postings, and if you like it,
Yeah.
fine.
Because that way-
That.
We can actually budget that money into the budget for the third operator over there, so.
Good time to bring it up.
And it doesn't come out of the regular general fund.
That goes right out of the water and sewer.
Water and sewer, right.
Like those guys.
You got them? Do you have a motion?
Yeah, I got a motion by Hamilton, second by Wyack, gives a post for an additional wastewater treatment plant and water operator position at the city garage.
Internal
posting.
It's internal, okay.
And
Okay.
see, we got some money and then we'll go from there as far as running an ad in the paper and, or going off the list or
Or,
whatever.
like I said, you two
I'm
decide
open
what
to
you want to
whatever.
do with that. You know, if you're good with your list, go with your list. If you're not good with
Yeah,
it-
we're gonna get shorter in about 3 to 4
Yeah.
weeks, all our kids will be gone. So-
Yeah.
Because normally I start driving dump truck, we get that short.
Okay, we got the motion in a second,
Yeah,
roll
it
call.
goes down with our money.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Wyack,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Kransky,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Kutzak,
Yes.
Wenzel,
Yes.
Schultz.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else under new business? Committee reports, or department reports, first is Public Works Department.
Move to approve that.
Motion and a second for the Public Works Department, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next is Police Department's monthly report.
Move to approve.
Second.
You're counting it.
All in favor? Opposed? There is no ambulance department monthly report, we'll go to the fire department.
So move.
Second.
Motion and second for the fire department, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next is, there's two building inspector reports.
Move to approve both reports.
Second.
Motion is second for the two building inspector reports, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next is the community center.
Move to accept.
Second.
So you gotta pick different names out today.
Different names out of them.
Joe had a look.
Yeah, because I'm used to writing Brad's name.
Motion by Brad, and second
Yeah,
by
right next.
Terry, just
He just throws a second in there.
motion
so
by
bad.
Terry, second by Brad.
Motion is second to approve the community center, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And then there's the,
Two airport.
two airport, okay,
July 18th and August 1st.
okay.
I so move.
Second.
Motion is second for the two
Sorry, I said
airport
that one.
commission reports, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Claims are yours, Joe.
Police department, yeah.
We did that, yeah, right, that was the second one.
I missed that.
I guess can we just have a motion and second to approve all bill lists, unless you want me to go through and read, just,
Make a motion to pay all the bill.
Sorry.
Everybody's got a copy of them anyway,
Yeah.
so.
I second.
okay.
Roll call.
Put it or not.
Kuhn?
Yes.
Kransky,
Yes.
Peterson,
Yes.
Wenzel,
Yes.
Who's gonna say aye?
Schultz, Kutzak,
Yeah.
Wyack, Hamilton.
Yes.
Anything else for the council?
Motion adjourned.
Oh, before we do that, the airport is having a fly-in, and it's coming the last week in August. I was gonna put a flyer up, but my flyers aren't complete, I gotta go up there and finish them off. It's like the 29th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st of August, and through there. I'm gonna send Joe something, hopefully he can put it on the website. And then, but we're having a tri-motor come in like they used to fly out up here. That's coming in. There's gonna be a lot of food, there's gonna be a dance, old time, I don't wanna call it old time dance, but a nice dance they're gonna put on in one of the airport buildings there. So kinda look forward to look for that. Again, it's gonna be the 28th, 29th, 30th, I think the dance is the 31st. I'll get definitely get the dates on the website. get them down here to Joe, and if somebody wants to give me a call, I'm in the books, and I can tell you all about it, so. I just, again, I apologize, it just isn't very with me.
Does the airport commission have a website?
No, we do not. We do not. We're running off of, to save a few bucks, we're running off of everybody else's website, so. Kind of, that way, 15 different websites, it's just, all we do is ask the other municipalities to put it on their website. But we're definitely talking about it.
What other kind of events are coming up?
Well, like I said, there's gonna be the dance, there's gonna be, well, I know we've got several, the airplane is, the only thing I know of as of right now is gonna be that tri-motor that Nepco used to have flying in and out.
Skydiving or?
No, there's gonna be nothing like that
I
at all.
want to see you skydive.
You wanna see me skydive? It's the thing that bothered me the most is that you bought me that 200-foot bungee cord for that 150-foot drop. That's what really, that scared the heck out
I
of
don't
me.
know why you left the label on that.
I left the label, he left the label on it, he was gonna tear a label off and he forgot. Well, that's what's going on. Again, if you got any questions, don't be afraid to give me a call, or I'll have it on the website hopefully quick.
From the Rapids Mayor.
Rapids Mayor too? Call you. And if you're watching from the other municipalities, Grand Rapids rep, you can call him, Bill Clendenning. You can call the Mayor of Rapids, myself. Again, I'll send it to everybody, or Ports rep, I believe it's the police chief at Port.
I see he's on the minutes now.
Yeah, Joe's Earth, yeah.
Anything else? There's a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
We're done.
Okay.